Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon. MMU Speak On Live webinar series is back for its third season. So the fourth episode will be live today at Friday, 9 July 2021 at 4 p.m. on MMU Facebook page and MMU YouTube channel. Don't miss the chance to discover the world of information, science, and technology. With me today is Dr. Chong Sui Chin, Deputy Dean, Student Experience and Alumni from Faculty of Information Science and Technology, and Dr. Oi Si Yin, Senior Lecturer, also from Faculty of Information Science and Technology, uh, also known as FIST here in MMU. Both of them will be talking about a lot of things. Okay, learn more about the program offered in FIST and what make IT ticks. So MMU Speak On will be hosted by me, yes, me, Mustafa Muzair, a lecturer, academic counselor, happening live here. And now, to get to the show up and running, let me pass the screen to Dr. Chong Sui Chin, Deputy Dean, Student Experience and Alumni from Faculty of Information Science and Technology. Let me pass the screen to Dr. Chong. Over to you, Dr. Chong. You may explain about your foundation, diploma, bachelor course offered at your faculty.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mustafa. All right, maybe let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, thanks. All right, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chong Siu Chin, the Deputy Dean of Student Experience and Alumni of Faculty of Information Science and Technology from Multimedia University. I'm so glad to be with you today for MMU Speaks On, Faculty of Information Science and Technology. I'm going to talk about our faculty, FIST, and what makes IT ticks. Later on, my colleagues, Dr. Uy, will be briefing you on the importance of IT security and also talk about the security technology program, one of the popular degree program offered by FIST. All right, talking about the importance of IT, since we are living in the world of IT information, so IT has become a part of our daily life. The time taken by different sectors to generate business is now minimized with an advancement in IT. So to conduct the work, you can see that IT needs a computer applications, and computer will connect IT to the different organizations of the world. It helps the employee to maintain records of their clients or various companies, to run business in the right way, and also to generate the expected outcomes. We need a computer, we need software, we need internet. So this help us a lot. And also you can see that the use of computers and the internet increases the quality of the education. Nowadays you can see nowadays since the pandemic, yeah, the students are studying from home, so they are not bound to use the same old traditional methods of learning. All of these are made possible by the introductions of IT. Furthermore, physicians also use IT to check the record entries, the patient history, and their prescribed dose to move accordingly. You can also see the use of IT in agriculture, especially to increase the productivity. The satellites are connected with agriculture to predict monsoon, and also through the drone technology, you can see the data collection and also the land survey are possible. All right. So from here, this we know that we cannot deny that the users and the role of IT in our society in many fields are important, such as in business, in education, finance, healthcare, security, communication, employment, and many, many more. All right. So IT has changed our life drastically. So it is very important. You are only a single click away from everything. So every day when you wake up, you might use a WhatsApp, Telegram, WeChat, or others to communicate with your friends, colleagues, or superior. Now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, you will use MySejahtera for tracking purpose when you are visiting any places, right? And then when you are working or studying, you are going to use Google Classroom, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and many more. And since we are working from home or study from home, we use Google Meet and Microsoft Teams more often than before for meeting purposes. Now you will transfer money using the online banking e-wallet. You order your food through the Grab or Food Panda. Since you are working from home, you might need to access to the office network through the VPN. Also, your schedule, you schedule your appointments through the Google Calendar and so on. You get your entertainment through the mobile games, movies, musics, even the fitness. You will refer to a YouTube channel or fitness app. You prefer online shopping through the Shopee, Lazada, and anything for the ease of price comparison and delivery. You pay your online billing through the MyTNB, MyUnify, and every day you will visit social media for news or community updates. So now here you can see that you use a lot of IT in your daily life. According to the IT Industry Outlook 2021 report by CompTIA, technology industry is now on the path to reach $5 trillion in 2021. So IT will have a resurgence in 2021 as the company continue responding to the needs highlighted during the pandemic. And also the IT professionals overwhelmingly have a positive outlook for their job prospects. As you can see here, this is the job market demands in Malaysia in year 2020 provided by LinkedIn. You can see a software engineer, the project engineer, graphic designer are of the popular jobs hired in all the industry in Malaysia. The yellow-orange table here refers to the jobs that are on the rise in Malaysia. You will see the digital content, the software technology, digital marketing, e-commerce, cybersecurity roles, which are the IT-related job categories, are in high demand in Malaysia in the recent year. So the digital content here, you can get the job roles such as an editor, copywriter. The digital marketing, you can see you can have digital marketing specialists, the marketing analysts. Then you will have your cybersecurity roles such as a cybersecurity specialist. So all of these are actually in demand in Malaysia. We, Multimedia University MMU, aspire to nurture the young generation with future-ready skills and prepare you to lead the digital future. Our cutting-edge programs are designed to fulfill the needs of the industry and to cater the demands of the future career. If you have your passion on a career in IT and computer science, MMU is the university for you. Being listed in the top 200 QS World University ranking in computer science and information systems in the year of 2020, MMU offers award-winning practical and industry-ready degrees that will allow you to make a real and lasting impact as an ICT specialist. Expertise and knowledge are what we seek to empower our students with. We are committed to offer programs that will enhance your depth and perception as well as employability in the field of ICT. Faculty of Information Science and Technology, FIST, incorporates industry-led curriculum, so you will gain not only the technical knowledge and skill, but also relevant soft and management skill. Many of our lecturers are professionals and specialists in their fields who will be able to impart real-life experience and solutions to your learning. We also have strong collaborations with global industry leaders who are ready to share their knowledge of cutting-edge innovative technologies to keep you up to date with current and future industry needs. For your information, We are in the top 20 among university in Malaysia 2021, according to the QS World University Ranking. And then we are in the top 10 among university in Malaysia in the year of 2021, according to the report by Times Higher Education. MMU's IT graduates are the most preferred by Malaysian firms, according to Frost and Sullivan Asia Pacific, and according to the talent survey conducted by the MDEC Malaysian Digital Talent. And then MMU is awarded self-accreditation status by MQA, and also 5-star rating in the Setara 2019 by MOHI, Ministry of Higher Education. At the same time, MMU was awarded the Premier Digital Tech University status by the Ministry of Higher Education in 2017. And MMU further fortified its position as the premier digital tech institute when the university is continuously recognized as one of the senior institute in premier digital tech by the Ministry of Higher Education and Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation in 2019. FIST is one of the faculty in MMU which aim to produce IT competent personnel to serve in the new and fast-growing knowledge-based industry in addition to the manufacturing, business, and financial sectors. The mission of FIST is to develop quality, innovative, and inspired graduates and staff with inquiring mind. On the other hand, the vision of FIST is to be a premier center for ICT education and research. All right, so why should you choose FIST? There are 4 main reasons here. First, we have excellent academicians who are experienced in coaching various IT projects and researchers and advanced technical skills in providing IT-related courses such under the Cisco, EC Council, AWS, Microsoft, and so on. Second, we have excellent facilities, high-quality labs for IT and biological courses, which allow for technical IT skill development and biological data acquisition and analysis. Third, our programs are in line with industry practices. Our graduates enjoy wider career prospects. And fourth, we have well-balanced structure with new technologies and skills to produce a qualified and competent undergraduate. So these are the 4 main reasons why we choose FIST. In FIST, we offer programs which are tailored to the industrial needs. We offer foundation in IT, diploma in IT, degree in IT, master and PhD in IT by research. Our 1-year foundation in IT program aims to produce students who are well equipped with computer skills as well as mathematical and problem-solving skills. After completion of the foundation program, you can opt for a degree program from either the Faculty of Computing and Informatics FCI in Cyberjaya or Faculty of Information Science and Technology FIST in Malacca. Then we have also the diploma in IT, which is a 2-year courses. Diploma in IT program provides a student with computing knowledge in planning, implementation, configuration, and maintenance of an organization computing infrastructure. Students will be exposed to various programming languages and web technologies with which they would be able to configure, integrate, and deploy systems as well as provide technical support within an organization. Apart from the technical subject, students will also be exposed to soft skills such as a writing skill and presentation skill to help enhance their interaction and communication, as well as to prepare them for a real-life working environment. So after completion of the diploma program, you can opt for a related degree program from either the FCI in Cyberjaya or FIST in Malacca. So for our degree program, it would be a 3 years program. If you are coming from a diploma, so you can complete it within 2 years. There are 5 degree program in FISD, namely Bachelor of IT in Security Technology, Bachelor of IT in Data Communications and Networking, Bachelor of Computer Science in Artificial Intelligence, Bachelor of Information Technology uh, in Business Intelligence and Analytics, and Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics. Our program builds the students' career readiness and employability opportunity. Students can equip with a bioinformatics skill such as biological data computing and analysis. Students can also opt for a data analytics skill as in data modeling, information system audit, and others. Students can also learn artificial intelligence skills such as a simulation of a human intelligence in machine. Networking skill can be learned as well, such as cloud computing, network communications, and so on. Students can also fill themselves with a security skill to prevent unauthorized access, cyber attacks, and many more. So all these skills are in high demand in the industry. The surveys conducted by MMU and the Higher Education Ministry of Malaysia shows that 97% of our graduates secure employment within the 6 months of completing their studies. Talking about the career prospect in IT, okay, they are listed here. The list is not exhaustive, but it provides a solid idea of what fellow graduates have gone on to do and what potential careers an IT degree can offer. The job titles such as application developer, AI consultant, software engineer, bioinformatician, SAP specialist, security auditor, and others. So there are a wide range of job opportunities in the ICT fields for our graduates. For your information, as of June 2021, there is a total of 1,751 active students in our faculty FISD, 987 degree students, 543 diploma students, 159 foundation students, 32 master students, and 30 PhD students. FISD students are given the platform to participate in student mobility programs that are offered by our partner university, such as University of Hull and Manchester Metropolitan University in United Kingdom. The duration varies according to the programs that are offered by partner universities. Being a part of the articulation program allows our students to encounter different learning experience as well as to gain new cultural insights. In order to prepare our students to be industry preferred, we have professional IT certificates provided by the academic corporations. This will prepare the student with IT certified skill and gain additional knowledge in the ICT field. We have an industrial advisor to serve as the panel for the program. The industrial advisor will help to determine the strategies of the program to coordinate collaboration between the faculty and the industry world. The industry advisor will also pay a visit to our faculty to give his insight or feedback. There is a subject called industry training in our course structure, which allowed the students to undergo internship with a company for a duration of 3 months. So from here, the student will gain the industrial experience and their soft skill in a real working environment. Also, to get our student ready for the industry, we also offer the Industrial Link Final Year project, in which the faculty and the industry will jointly supervise the student in completing their final year projects. From time to time, we organize industry talks from industry expertise to share their industrial knowledge to our students. We also carry out industrial visits to provide students an insight regarding to the internal working of the industry. These are the professional IT certificate that offer in our faculty, such as the EC Council Academia, the Cisco Networking Academy, Microsoft IT Academy, Huawei ICT Academy, Linux Academy, Oracle Academy, AWS Academy. Students can take these extra certificates to be certified in certain areas of expertise. Students are exposed to different topics of final year projects, such as mobile application, web application, research projects, and others. From here, the students are able to apply the knowledge, such as their entrepreneurship skill, technical skill, management skill, and also the presentation skill. These are some photos taken during the industrial visits before the pandemic. We paid a visit to the MIMOS data center, EMS data center, Iris Corporation Berhad. So from here, the student can learn about the practical work environment and gain full awareness about the industrial practices. These are the photos taken during the visit to Frost and Sullivan, Malaysia, F-Secure, Microsoft Office. So of course, all this happened before the pandemic. We also welcome a student exchange program. So this is a student inbound program. So these are some student exchange program held in past year, the Korean student exchange and the China Chongqing students exchange. In FISD, we have a faculty-based student society, namely IT Society. This society is actively organizing various kinds of activities for our students. The photos show the events held by the IT Society. Due to the restricted movement control currently, IT Society has made their activities online. So students are highly encouraged to participate in their events or register as a committee of the society. So from here, the student can meet more friends or more people, gain leadership skill, teamwork, and of course to have fun during the process of the activities. These are some of the recent events being organized by IT Society for our students, such as the AI Illustrator workshop, the Python workshop, industrial talks, Minecraft competitions, and others. All these events are beneficial to our students to gain experience and extra knowledge. Although now it is not possible to have physical events, IT Society still put their efforts to organize more online activities. From time to time, the students are encouraged to participate in all kinds of competitions to show their talents and apply their skill. These are some of the photos taken in the prize giving ceremony of the competitions. Few more photos of the award winning moments by our students. It is not about the prize, but the enjoyments throughout the journey, the process. In FIST, there are 8 IT labs and 6 research labs. The photo shows the environments of the lab. All these labs are used for teaching and learning purposes as well as research purposes. We also have the 7 biology and chemistry labs to cater for the bioinformatics program. The facilities are well equipped as shown in the photos here. So this is our smart lab, our most advanced lab to be used for teaching and meeting purposes. All right, that's all for my presentation today. If you are interested to know more about our faculty FISD, please visit to our FISD webpage or FISD Facebook page using the URL given here, or you may scan the QR codes to access it. Okay, so thank you for listening to my talk today. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Mustafa.
Thank you, Dr. Chong. It was very well explained and defined what IT all about. And for the next slot, I would like to pass the screen to Dr. Oi Si Yin, Senior Lecturer, also from Information Science and Technology. Dr. Oi, you can talk about your area.
Oh, hi. Thank you, Mr. Mustafa. So prior to my presentation, let me share my screen over. Okay, so can you see my screen? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So thank you, Mr. Mustafa, and also Dr. Chong. So good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to share with you on the security technology courses we offered in FIST. So before I start the presentation, I would like to also proudly mention that we are the first university to offer this majoring and can be dated back to 2006. So despite we offering it since 2006, but we always keep our course, our modules, syllabuses are always cutting edge and up to date. So we do perform annual review on the annual basis and also getting the inputs from the industry advisor and also external examiners, like what has been mentioned by Dr. Chong earlier. Okay, so the patient is continued until now, and we hope that you can join us in this journey too. All right, so before I introduce our courses like an ordinary marketer, perhaps we take a look on the global trend today. And the question arises that, do we really need a security technology today? So take a look on this chart. Okay, so this was captured from Precision and Strategic Intelligence. So from the chart shown, we can see that the cybersecurity market revenue stood at US dollar 119.9 billion back in 2019. And it is expected to witness a CAGR up to 12.6% over the year and during 2020 to 2030. So how these predictions came from? So the predicted growth is primarily driven by the surging smartphone penetration, soaring risk of cyber attacks, accelerating digitization rate, increasing deployment of the cloud computing technology, and also the burgeoning need to safeguard the confidential data of customers. So looking back on the trend now, the lockdown situation during the COVID-19 pandemic. So this situation has tremendously supported the cybersecurity industry expansion. So the growth of the work from home culture has given way to numerous cyber attacks and also the data breaches. So we need a lot of the challenges, and therefore we need security technology. So if we go to the year of 2019, see that the America was the largest market. So this is all to towards cloud environments, rapid implementation of center services, high emphasis on leveraging advanced data analytics tools, and also presents a vast number of cloud service providers. Moreover, in the regions of the United States and the North America, the increased deployment of electronic records is also propagating this group. So they use a lot of mobile application services. So this will happen from 2014 to 2019 in the region of America. And there's a reason why they dominate back then. So what will be the interest of discovery for now? So here in the recent forecast, we see the APAC region will witness the fastest growth between 2020 and 2030. So this will be due to the increasing traffic on online portals, rapid shift toward cloud computing, and surging deployment of big data analytics in business operation. So moreover, the cybersecurity Malaysia is one of the APEC countries which will be contributing to this growth. So a very simple concept. When there is a demand, then they will need a supply. So we will be the major supply to this market. Okay, so perhaps global trend might be too generous and too far for us. So how about we take a look on the cybersecurity market in Malaysia? So that is always the proverbs that say, either hands are the devil's playground. So with the current health situation gripping Malaysia, people are spending most of the time online in the record levels. You study from online. You do the purchasing in online. We have a regular promotions, 112233 up to 1212, almost in monthly basis, through online. So all of this has created a heaven for industrial cyber criminals wishing to take advantage of their unsuspecting victims. So in the vast extent that is the internet, online predators and hackers contrive to predate on the steady supply of unsuspecting victims who now throng the internet space for information, leisure, study, and also shopping. So this is particularly prevalent as the Malaysian government invoked a movement control order, or widely known as MSO, that highly restricted the liberty movements around the country. We do purchasing so that we can redress. Okay? So therefore, presently, according to Cybersecurity Malaysia, numerous malicious scams and also intrusion have been detected over the last month or two, attacking vulnerabilities and whole systems all over the world. In Malaysia alone, a total of 838 cybersecurity cases have been reported to Cybersecurity Malaysia between the dates of March 18 and April 7. So these cybercrime reports have increased in numbers up to 82.5% compared to the previous years. Most of the cases come under cyberbullying, fraud, or intrusion into unauthorized systems. They are also phishing and email scams claiming to contain COVID-19 content among these fraudulent cases. They're mirroring the uptick in the email, SMS, and other deceptive techniques that have been plugging, especially on Malaysian and Australian web users. So in this sense, what we can find is that many of the security professionals saying out of 82% of them report a shortage of cybersecurity skills in their organization. So thus, Dr. Amaruddin, the CEO of Cybersecurity Malaysia, stated that IT companies needs to be more vigilant and proactive at this time in raising security flags to their employees, even including associations like Cybersecurity Malaysia and Malaysia Employers Federation. So now you see the posture, why we need to offer these courses and why the country needs you. All right. How about take a look on this? Where are we now? So let's take a look on the global position. So based on the chart that given here, Malaysia came in 8th out of 194 states in this year's Global Cybersecurity Index, released by the International Telecoms Union, a United Nations agency. So how much we score? The total marks is actually 100. Malaysia scored 98.06 out of the possible 100 points. So we are only fractionally behind Singapore and South Korea from the APEC countries, and we are equal with Russia and the United Arab Emirates. So well, we have been in the top 10 since first report which released in 2014. While neither a technology powerhouse nor a prolific hackers, our standing come from the early commitments to cybersecurity issues and a solid national strategy. So I would say, future Malaysia does offer a solid platform to showcase your IT security skills and also allow you to expand your career in the future. All right, so for now, let's take a look on what MMU FYST offering here. I'm sure that you might be seeing a number of Malaysia universities are offering cybersecurity courses. But why we name it as security technology way back since 2006? So when people mention on the security, You might always hear about the terminology of cybersecurity and also information security. Sometimes you might think that they are same. Maybe people are just using them interchangeably, but in fact, they are different in terms of theory. So of course, I don't deny that there is some overlap between cybersecurity and information security that causes some justified confusion among the two terms. So after all, the value of the data is the biggest concern for both types of security. So how do we separate or differentiate them, at least from the perspective of theoretical? Okay, so in information security, the primary concern is to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data. Whereas in the cybersecurity, the primary concern is to protect against unauthorized electronic access to the data. So this one is more towards to safeguard the data itself, and this one, they are going to safeguard the flow or how to access the data itself. So here are the examples of information security. Say for the first one, procedural controls. So what are these controls? So these controls prevent, detect, or minimize the security risk to any physical assets, such as computer system, data centers, or even as a physical filing cabinets. So this can include security awareness education, security framework, compliance training, and also incident response plans and procedures. The second one would be the access control. So what is the access control is that it dictates who allowed to access and use the company information and the company network. So the control establishes restriction on the physical access to building entrances and virtual access, such as privileged access authorization. So the most conventional way is that people are using password and PIN. So the third one, we take a look on technical controls. So these controls involve using multi-factors, user authentication at login, firewalls, and also antivirus software. And the last one is compliance controls. So these controls deal with privacy laws, cybersecurity standards, which are designed to minimize security threats. So all of them require an information security risk assessment and also to enforce information security requirement. So now, how about take a look on examples of cybersecurity? So the first one is network security. So network security is the process, or I would say that it is more like a practice to secure the networks against unauthorized access, misuse, interference, or interruption of service. So not just limited to the network itself, okay? And the cybersecurity also encompassing application security. So what is the application security? So this is a process that involves detect, fixing, enhance the security of application to prevent data or code within the application from being stolen. As of today, what will be the most common application? Definitely, I would say it will be referring to the mobile apps, okay? But of course, when it comes to application, it's not just limited to mobile apps. It also can be referred to software. Right, so what next? Cloud. People are always talking about the storage on the cloud. You share and also you store your file in the cloud. So without bringing much additional devices, okay? And you can also access the data anytime. So the question also arises here. If you can access your data from the cloud, it means hackers can also do the same to get your data. So in this area, we call it cloud security. So this is also one of a major domain in cybersecurity. So in the cloud security, they use a combination of policies, controls, procedures, technologies that work together to protect the cloud-based infrastructures and also system. And the last example of the cybersecurity will be the critical infrastructure. So this, I view this as a set of foundation tools that provide security services such as virus scanners, intrusion prevention system, anti-malware software, and more. So all of these tools are placing in guard to protect your data and also to protect the access to your data. So In MMU, we are trying to be all-rounded by providing a strong foundations to build our student knowledge in both of the area, information security as well as cybersecurity. And thus, instead of naming our course as cybersecurity, we name them as security technology. Because at the end of the day, our students will have the flexibility to expand their career into different cybersecurity career paths. Okay, so here, let me share the 3-year structure plan for security technology courses. If you take a look on the year 1, I'm sure that you will notice in the first year, they are mostly fundamental computing subject. Fundamental, it means that it just provide a foundations for you to understand the computers, the machine, how to communicate with the computers, how to program for the computers, the usage of a storage, the usage of a different operating system, some of a mathematic backgrounds to build a strong and solid foundations to understand the structure of the program, and so forth. So all of this, I view them as a fundamental computing subjects. So these subjects are very important, to be frankly saying, because it helps to build the strong foundation for the students. As IT infrastructure will be the main asset to protect at the end of the day, so understanding your asset before protecting them is definitely very important. All right, so while in the year 2, some cybersecurity subjects will be introduced. For example, information assurance and security, and also computer security. So when the students are confidently built with the computing foundation, you can see that all of the cybersecurity subjects or information security subjects will be introduced in the final year. So these are including applied cryptography, information theory, password authentication and biometrics, Python for security, malware and intrusion detection, and as well as digital forensics. So to ensure that our students have their own flexibility to expand the career into different paths, we also provide them a list of elective subjects to choose. So what the students can do with the elective subjects is that they are free to consider different elective subjects across the track of artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning, management of information security, even the cyber law, and of course, one of the most popular track in cybersecurity, which is the penetration. So towards supporting the track of the penetration, our students can choose to go with ethical hacking and security assessment, as well as security analysis and vulnerability assessment. So last but not least, students are also free to explore in the business intelligence. So it's also important to mention that all of the modules and the syllabuses that you see here are regularly reviewed by our industry advisor. So how regular it will be, I would say that almost in an annual basis, as what have been mentioned by Dr. Chong earlier. So throughout the years, we work closely with Cybersecurity Malaysia, as well as Decrypt Singapore, to get the industrial view and input in order to sharpen our module coverage. So we are doing this is because we want to ensure our graduates are equipped with the industrial needed skills. So another interesting fact is that you would like to know, upon the completion of the courses, what will be the career prospect? So I would say that you can work as, but not limited to, security analyst, security auditor, IT security engineer, security penetration tester, IT security manager. Of course, this one, you might need some working experience beforehand, computer forensic investigator, and also security specialist. So you may wondering that if it is easy to get such job in Malaysia. So now we take a look on this. So here are some of the examples that I captured from JobStreet Malaysia. So I'm just using the keywords, okay? I search by using the keywords of security or cybersecurity or information security, And you can see a list of very tempting offers are available there. Of course, this is not the full list. Okay, it has a lot, but I just picked some of the big names that you may want to look into. And the interesting one is that you can also see the estimated salary that you might get. So isn't it very interesting and also tempting? But bear in mind, the job is not just limited to security firm, but across different business nature today. As I mentioned, as long as you have the internet, then you will need a security guard like this. So let me share also on where our alumni working now. Okay, so bear in mind, once again, this is not the full list, but I am picking some of the big names to share with. So our graduates are working across in these companies. Of course, our parent companies, Telecom, Celcom, Cybersecurity Malaysia, the Big Four, KPMG, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, one of the popular antivirus company, F-Secure, Trend Micro, and not just limited to the security companies. Our students also work in Huawei, Cisco, a software firm like Quintic, penetration company like LGMS, as well as PwC, and many more. So you can see that you will have a very bright futures when you are pursue the courses in cybersecurity, because we need a lot of the people like you, and Malaysia need you as well. Okay, last but not least, let me proudly share with you some of our students' past achievement in the nation competition. So I believe Dr. Chong has shared some of the awards earlier, but this one is I trimmed down to show the awards that obtained by our security technology students throughout the years. So you can see here that we were championing in the number of capture the flag competitions. And at the same time, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our former students, which they make us very proud. Okay? So I think that will be the end of my sharing. So once again, thank you to MMU marketing team for allowing me to do a humble sharing over here. And I reshare what has been mentioned by Dr. Chong over there. If you are interested on our faculty, you can visit our faculty website or scan this QR. If you are more towards using a social network like Facebook, then please like our page as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So I pass over back to you, Encik Mustafa.
Thank you, Dr. Ooi. It was very well explained in detail from start to end. Okay, next, can I go back to Dr. Chong? Dr. Chong, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Can I ask you a question on, just received this question from one of the audience. What is the difference between IT and computer science? Can you elaborate a little bit more for someone who need to know about these questions?
Okay, actually, this is a very popular questions by most of the customers asking about our courses. All right, in FISD, we have three Bachelor of IT, and then we have two computer science. So always people will ask what are the differences between these two. Okay, to make it clear, so for computer science, it focus more on creating programs and application, more towards math calculation and problem solving. For IT, it focuses more on using a computer system and also networking, might be a basic programming skill and also the database system. So it tends to solve the business problem by using the technical resources that we have. Okay, so these are the major differences between these two. So computer science more towards the foundation of the maths, computation theory and concepts. Yeah.
Okay, good explanation. All right, Dr. Oi, I have one question for you, Dr. Oi. You're back again. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think emerging of AI and machine learning will propagate the growth of cybersecurity? What do you think?
Yes, of course. To me, I would say that AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, they are complementing each and others. And definitely AI and machine learning, they present a very good opportunity for cybersecurity vendors, especially to address critical threats. So for example, by analyzing the data records, AI, machine learning techniques, they can identify and record the threat instances more faster than human. And they also can be automated to address the occurrence of a similar instances in the future. So I'm sure that they do propagate the growth of cybersecurity. And today's when people are talking about AI, you can't run away much from cybersecurity because when you're using the AI or when you're adopting the technologies of AI, you need to use internet. So when you are connected to the internet, you need the security guard like us. Yeah. So I hope that I'm answering your question, Encik Mustafa.
Okay, very well explained, Dr.
Thank
Oi.
you.
Okay, Dr. Chong, back to you.
Yeah.
One question that we just
Mm-hmm.
received. Is Bachelor of IT is easier than Bachelor of Computer Science?
Okay. I think most of the people will think IT is easier because they think that the scope is narrower. Okay. However, this is not true. Both of the scope, they have their own scope and actually is very wide. Okay. So which one is easier? All this actually depends a lot on what you are interested. It is like if you like swimming, but you dislike cooking, so you will find that swimming is much more easier. It's much easier for you to learn than cooking. Okay, so for IT and computer science, it depends. Some people who likes maths computation or they likes to analyze the concept behind, then they might go for computer science. But for IT, maybe you can go for the solving the business problem. Okay, maybe the basic programming skill or computer networks or this thing. So they can tend to pick up with IT. Yeah, this is my answer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, last questions to Dr. Oi. Okay, Dr. Oi, since we are doing a lot of online, what do you call it, business and online shopping, right? Does anyone have any suggestion on issue related to like cloud computing, information security, one need to pay attention at while doing
Okay,
the
so
business?
I will say that the two most major problem that we can foresee over here is could be the virus. Okay, it could be the virus, and also I would say that it's on the problem of hacking. So virus and hacking, sometimes we also can't really differentiate them as well. People actually, when injecting the virus, is because they want to take over your machine. So why they want to take over your machine? Because they want to access your data. So your data that you store in the cloud, or maybe your financial data as well. So this will be the two main threats that I see. So mostly on the website hacking and also the virus attack. So this is the two main biggest problems that I can see to attack cloud computing data security.
Okay. Good questions, good answer. All right. Dr. Chong, before we end, one
Yeah.
question for you. What are the measurement or characteristic of network security trace in secure Internet of Thing infrastructure for smart home, for example? Do you have any idea on that?
For again your questions.
Okay, let me repeat my question. What are the measurement or characteristic of network security trace in the secure of Internet of Thing infrastructure for smart home or security for safety? Do you have any idea on that?
Okay, so I think this one mostly they focus on the measurement focus on the still the from the security aspect, even though it is a Internet of Thing. So what I can say is they still need to encounter, they still need to consider to have protection, the full protection over the cloud computing, and also they need to have maybe some kinds of defense at the end of the before they have the sharing everything online. Okay, I think I answered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think we have come to an end for the whole sessions. And would you like to add in anything, Dr. Oi, before we end your session?
What would I like to add? So I would just say that please consider our courses in FISD, and I'm proudly to share that we have a team of a very passionate SD lecturers, alumni, students that we will walk through together. And as I mentioned, the demand in Malaysia are so high. So we need a lot of the talents in the cybersecurity. So please join us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dr. Chong, anything you want to add on to your presentations?
Okay, I think I had same thought with Dr. Uy. Yeah, security field or the IT field, we need a lot of talents. Okay, so please join us. Please join us in FISD. We have all kinds of IT programs for you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, both of you, Dr. Oi and Dr. Chong. It was very well explained from start to end. I think we grasped the ideas of what IT all about from the needs of the nations and also worldwide at the moment with the pandemics going on and how we tackle the issues and how to overcome the issues as Malaysians and also as the citizen of the world. With that, I would like to thank you, our audience, for sharing your thought and ideas with us today. And with that, I would like to end these programs. Thank you very much. And if you have any further question, you could just get us through our Facebook or our YouTube channels on the comment sections below. So again, thank you, Dr. Chong and Dr. Oi.
Thank you, Mr.
Nice
Mustafa.
having you on the show.
Thank you, Mr. Mustafa. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
See you again.